Streets! What's going on, people? You know who this is. It's your boy, SLCO Jizzle, aka Prince of the North OG, aka Big Street Life, aka the North Face. And I'm back up in this bitch, people, with another one when they thought they weren't gonna be no other one. You heard me? People, let's get straight into this. The Fuck the Streets movement that is going viral on the net right now. What does Big Street Life think about the Fuck the Streets movement? To be honest, it all depends on how and what context they're putting towards it. You get what I'm saying to you? What do they mean by Fuck the Streets movement? Now, me personally, a person from the streets, I'm not in the streets right now in that aspect, but I'm from the streets, and the streets has made us who we are. You get what I'm saying to you? And this channel is called Street Life Cartel TV. What's the core message behind this channel? The core message behind this channel is to highlight and celebrate people who's come from the streets and turn the negative into a positive. So now there's many other ways to be successful without having to go to the streets. So this channel is a place where we highlight and celebrate that. But at the same time, we show you the pitfalls and the downsides of when you get into the streets, how things can turn out. So with the things I share, the stories I follow, and the things I react on, and so on and so forth, that's gonna be vital throughout the journey of the channel. That's gonna be the core message. So just like you got the dirt trial going on right now, you see Smirk, top of his game, Grammys, taking his career and having a chance to put his whole city and his whole people in a whole different light, and had an opportunity to do many great things. And you can see what he's going through today, and you can see where he's at right now. So we share those stories and we follow those stories to deter people who's influenced by the streets but not really in the streets right now and thinking about getting in the streets, to let them know, stay out of the streets. So I understand both sides of the coin, because we got a lot of street figures who are upset with the movement. They know that this is what made us. We came against all odds. We made a way out, but at the same time, we're never gonna look down on where we come from, and especially if it's in the context of you run into a brick wall, things ain't going how they was before, times have changed, and now that you've got yourself in a better position from being in the streets and from representing the streets, but now you want to scream F the streets soon as it's beneficial for you to do so, then we ain't rocking with that. You get what I'm saying to you? We ain't rocking with no form of statements screaming fuck the streets. Or it's not, no, let me rephrase that. We ain't, at no time of day will I be making any statements screaming fuck the streets. You get what I'm saying? At no time of day would I make that statement, or at no time, because like I say, this is where we come from, this is what made us, and we're in a total different time today. When we was coming up, there was no platforms like this, there was no avenues that there is today for people to be able to stay out of the streets and to take a different route. So in today's time, where there's many lucrative opportunities and there's many things you can do to be successful without going into the streets, then I'm all for that. We're all for deterring as many youngsters who ain't made that transition yet but thinking about it, to see all the angles and not just the glitz and glamour that they see or the end results, but not all the pitfalls. So we try to show both sides and to deter as many youngsters from getting into the streets. And if I had a chance to do things all over again, knowing all the things I know now, seeing all the hurt, seeing all the pain that the streets causes, I wouldn't have got into the streets if I could see or know what I know now back then. You know what I mean? So, like I say, if we're dealing with youngsters and we're talking to the next generation, the ones coming up, absolutely, I would tell them, F the streets. You know what I mean? Stay down, find something that you like. Nowadays you can, look, I'm inside, I'm shooting content, I got it on my phone, I can upload it straight and go straight through direct onto YouTube to a broad audience. Coming up, there was nothing like that. You get what I'm saying to you? So for the youngsters coming up, it's definitely F the streets. But for the people that's been in the game and they've been caught up and now they want to change, and they're changing because the pressure's hit and they chose to be in it, but they folded under pressure in some form of capacity, and now they want to be screaming F the streets. That's crazy. It's hypocritical. It's against everything that you stood for. Cause you know, once you jump in, you can't just jump out of it like that. This is all part of letting the youngsters know what comes with this. Once you jump in, it's not so easy to jump out and just to denounce it, and you can just go and start having normal opinions now and rare, unless you done it and you elevated out of it and you're sharing your testimony in a positive way and trying to deter others from going down that road. But if it's in the context that you're just screaming F the streets because you got caught up in some kind of madness, and now it's beneficial for you to just try to make a change or try to turn over a new leaf if you're screaming it like that, no, we ain't standing for that. So we really need some context on what they mean by that. Now, I didn't see 21 Savage make this statement first, but I see that his name's attached to it and a few other names, but it's like he came and kicked off the movement. And I saw him go on live, I think it was yesterday, and he was talking to someone and he was saying that really he meant save the streets. Now, is that a cop-out? because the backlash was so crazy and so brutal that he didn't think that he was gonna kick back like that, and he thought more people was gonna jump on it, or more people was gonna see where he was coming from or how he was saying it, or is he been genuine and that's what he really meant. Fuck the streets, save the streets. It's different. It's a big difference, I must say. So again, anytime you implement something or you're trying to push something, you gotta come with strategies and you gotta come with solutions. So in whatever context you mean it in, we need some more overstanding. We need more explanations. We need to know how you're coming at it, where you're coming from, and some solutions in putting this thing in place. So that's where I stand with it. You get what I'm saying to you? I would never personally say fuck the streets, but I'm all for, depending, like I just said, I wouldn't, that's something I'll come out and say. Not that I'm in it, you get what I'm saying to you, but I wouldn't come out and say fuck the streets personally. But if I'm talking to a younger who's thinking about getting in the streets, and he came to me and he let me know that, and he was trying to get into it, and I would tell him fuck the streets. You get what I'm saying to you? So that's my take on it. We really need more context, but like I said, over here we show both sides, so you can see the ups and the downs, and it will kind of deter you from trying to take that path. So we want to show you both sides of it and not mislead you in thinking that it's all glitz and glamour and a bed of roses. You get what I'm saying to you? So that's my take on the F the Streets movement. Everyone putting their taking on this right now. It's going crazy. So we're gonna tap in and see what everyone got to say, and we're gonna keep up with what's going on with this movement and see how it develops. You get what I'm saying to you? And if there's any more context gonna be brought forward on this matter. But yeah, that's my take on it, man. It's big street life. You know what's going on, fire. Listen, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and turn me up, man. You heard me? That's on North Side them, man, and that's on 1-5 them. You heard me? Start playing, man. Streets.